A cruel twist of fate has placed capybaras and jaguars in the same environment. And since capybaras are essentially giant rodents, they've become frequent targets for the relentless jaguar. Which brings us to the encounters you're about to witness. Wild hogs are built like tanks, ferocious, unpredictable, and tough as nails. But even the fiercest fighters know when they're outmatched. In this gripping encounter deep in the forest, a young jaguar comes face to face with one of these notorious beasts. The moment the hog locks eyes with the predator, it freezes. Its muscles tense, ears twitch, and for a heartbeat, the forest holds its breath. The hog doesn't flee, yet. Its eyes betray a flicker of fear, but its body stands defiant. Meanwhile, the jaguar moves with ghost-like precision. Low, silent, deadly. Each step brings it closer, its eyes locked in a hunter's stare, circling just enough to cut off any escape route. The standoff is electric. The hog knows what it's dealing with. It doesn't dare turn its back because in the jaguar's world, a single mistake is all it takes. Then instinct kicks in. Capybaras, while endearing and social, are among the most vulnerable targets in jaguar territory. Their calm demeanor and lack of natural defenses often work against them, especially when a silent killer is nearby. In one chilling encounter, two capybaras graze peacefully by the riverbank, unaware that death is watching them from the shadows. Hidden in the dense undergrowth, a jaguar crouches low, its golden eyes locked onto its prey. It doesn't blink. It doesn't breathe loud enough to be heard. For long moments, it remains perfectly still, waiting for the capybaras to drift just a few feet closer. Then, without a sound, the jaguar launches forward in a blur of muscle and instinct. The capybaras explode into panic, bolting toward the water in a frantic dash for survival. One dives in and escapes by a whisker, but the second, slower, just by a heartbeat, is caught. The jaguar's powerful jaws clamp down with terrifying force just inches from the river's edge. It doesn't roar. It doesn't gloat. Capybaras, on the other hand, are some of the easiest prey for jaguars. Despite often being just feet away from danger, they seem oblivious, either due to their gentle nature or a lack of natural defenses. In one encounter, a jaguar emerges from the brush, nearly invisible to two nearby capybaras. It waits patiently, unmoving. When the moment is right, it strikes. The capybaras panic and sprint for safety, but one isn't fast enough. The jaguar seizes it just inches from the water, dragging it back into the bush, away from the fight. But jaguars don't just go after hogs. Even crocodiles, and apex predators in their own right, can find themselves outmatched. While most animals flee at the sight of a crocodile, the jaguar sees it as nothing more than another opportunity for a meal. In one remarkable clip, a jaguar spots a crocodile lurking by the water and prepares an ambush. As the jaguar creeps closer, it's the crocodile that panics, attempting a desperate escape. Even in the water, its home turf, and the crocodile knows it's at a disadvantage. Jaguars are stronger swimmers, more agile fighters, and more determined hunters. The crocodile scrambles to shore in a last-ditch effort to escape, and luckily, it narrowly avoids becoming dinner. A young jaguar silently locks eyes on a formidable target, a crocodile basking lazily near the water's edge, unaware that danger is closing in. The jaguar moves like a shadow, each step calculated and silent, muscles coiled with lethal purpose. Closer. Closer. The crocodile twitches, sensing something, but too late. In a flash, the jaguar explodes into action, launching itself through the air. The crocodile whips around and lunges toward the safety of the water, but the jaguar is faster, shockingly fast. With unmatched precision, the big cat sinks its powerful jaws into the back of the reptile's neck. The two predators crash into the water, sending up a violent spray. A furious struggle erupts beneath the surface. Splashes, roars, and the deep, guttural thrash of a reptile fighting for its life. The startled reptile lunges for the water, but the jaguar is faster. With a crushing bite, it grabs hold. The two plunge into the water in a fierce struggle. The crocodile thrashes wildly, trying to break free, but the jaguar holds tight, refusing to let go. As the water churns around them, it's clear the jaguar has the upper hand. Moments later, the predator drags the exhausted crocodile to shore. A hard-earned victory and a massive meal. In one remarkable and rare encounter captured on camera, a jaguar locks eyes on a crocodile lurking near the edge of the river. The air is thick with tension as the big cat lowers its body and begins a silent, calculated stalk through the underbrush. Every muscle ripples beneath its sleek coat, its eyes fixed, unblinking. This is a predator fully focused on the kill. But what happens next is unexpected. The crocodile, normally the fearsome ruler of these murky waters, senses something and panics. In a startling burst of movement, it thrashes toward the river, desperately trying to escape. But even in the water, where it should feel most confident, the crocodile knows it's outmatched. Jaguars aren't just strong on land, they are powerful, agile swimmers, built for ambush and brute force takedowns, even against armored prey like this. In yet another breathtaking display of stealth and precision, a jaguar stands motionless in the tall grass, almost invisible to the untrained eye. Just meters away, a capybara swims lazily through the water, unaware that death is watching from the shore. The jungle is quiet. Too quiet. Not even a rustle gives away the big cat's presence. Then, in an instant, everything changes. With explosive speed, the jaguar lunges from the grass and dives headfirst into the water. There's a splash, then chaos. The capybara barely has time to react before powerful jaws clamp down with bone-crushing force. The water churns for only a moment before falling. As the jaguar slinks through the dense undergrowth, its golden eyes lock onto a crocodile basking near the riverbank. The predator moves with chilling silence, each step deliberate, each muscle coiled like a spring. But something shifts. A faint crunch underfoot, a flicker of shadow, and the crocodile senses it. Panic sets in. In a frantic burst, the crocodile launches toward the water, thrashing through mud and reeds. But even in its aquatic domain, it knows the truth. It's still outmatched. Jaguars are not only powerful, they're masterful swimmers. Faster, quieter, and more explosive than almost any other land predator. The jaguar doesn't hesitate. It dives after the reptile, slicing through the water with shocking speed. For a few terrifying moments, the two creatures twist and churn beneath the surface. If you enjoyed this video, let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss another wild encounter.